The following New Energy Profile is sponsored by Remington.
I'd like to show you your first shot.
Oh, I hit the paper?
You hit the paper.
Wow.
You had a very good first shot. Nicely done.
We're girls. We've got that adrenaline and we've got that competitive edge. We just have to tap into it. People swim, people run. For me, it's firearms. I grew up in Shaolin Kempo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and those are incredibly beautiful art forms. I realized after going to college and unfortunately having to use some of those skills, what I really wanted to learn was how to have that explosive amount of energy, apply specific skills in that very, very breathtakingly fast moment in which I'd have to use them if someone were attacking me. So after a lot of research, the style that was available that most looked like what I was looking for is Krav Maga. Krav Maga is an Israeli martial art specifically designed for the Israeli military, which has been adapted for civilian consumption. No frills, self-defense, personal protection style that I can find. It's a very engaging, instantaneous, in-the-moment, problem-solving exercise. Firearms is exactly the same way. A lot of that translates. I started shooting after my son was born, but I had no idea how to begin. So I went online and found the Women on Target NRA clinic. We'd hang out, we'd talk, we'd shoot, until we ran out of daylighter ammo. I became an NRA certified instructor before I started really getting deep into the more advanced courses. I'd kind of gotten to a point where I felt very comfortable with my shooting abilities and felt that I could safely and effectively communicate those basics to another person.
Okay, when your sights are on target, move your finger onto the trigger.
After that first shot, it's almost an instant smile. There's an element of empowerment there that you really can't explain to someone until they've experienced it themselves. And that's when it hit me that, this has been so enjoyable from a hobby standpoint, but I have these in my home. And the reality that would I be prepared to use these in my home if I needed to protect my children and my family? So I took my first 4-day pistol class. And I was like, okay, I'm the only woman here. All right, here we go. Dive in. It was the most intense firearms experience I'd ever had. And if I didn't love it before, I absolutely loved it at the end of that class. You realize how little you know, the more you gain for skills and the more you gain for knowledge. In the moment when it happens, am I prepared for that speed? Am I prepared to be able to identify, process the information, decide whether it's appropriate or if I even have to use that gun? All of a sudden, you have to realize that the world you're going to have to engage is a 360-degree environment, and it goes above you and it goes below you. So if you don't train with that environment, you'll never break out of the square range mentality.
It gets heavy.
But that was very fun to fire.
Isn't it though?
No,
Isn't it?
really fun.
Unfortunately, I don't see a lot of women going and doing this beyond the basics of NRA basic pistol or ladies' night. It's like, I'm gonna run that marathon someday. Well, run it now. Do it now. Take the class now. It's not about 12 hours a day, every day a week. I do have a family, I do have a job. We're not gun bunnies. We're not the biker chicks of shooting. We're professionals, we're mothers, we're business owners. We look like everybody else you see in the grocery store. We're normal women that are interested in something, that are pursuing that interest. In whatever facet of the industry we find our fit in, we need to come out of the woodwork. And the only way to do that is to step up and say, hey, we are here, we're over here. Come join us. And I'm very proud to be a part of something that's breaking those stereotypes.